self-serving, persuasive talkers
of everything and nothing.
We are Conversation Con Artists.
What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. On Point.
And I am Calamity Red.
And we are Conversation Con Artists, back for another wonderful, fantastic episode. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. MISTER_on point. And on TikTok at Eddie B Eating and Eddie B Talking. I will not be calling that shit X, just to let you know.
I could be found on Instagram at red_calamity. If you have a Reddit letter question or other topic that you would like for us to discuss on the show, you can find us on the aforementioned social media, or you can contact us at our Gmail account, which is conversationconartists@gmail.com. I have a thread that I saw. So people have been doing like girl math, boy math. Well, somebody started a thing that was black math. Have you seen the girl math, boy math?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the black math?
I've been staying away from it. I know it's going to get racist at some point.
Well, these are all black people.
I know. It got racist on Twitter. On TikTok.
Oh, okay. These are not from TikTok. So I just want to read some of them because I thought some of them were funny. As soon as you get hired, start calculating that first paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that.
Well, I haven't been there.
I've done that.
Like, I've never not worked. The longest that I've been off of work, not working for real, is a week. And I had told myself I was going to stay off of work for a long time, but...
Well, you don't have to have been off. It's as soon as you get a new job, you start calculating what the first paycheck is going to be. You can do that if you just leaving one job going to another.
I guess money ain't... the range of money that I've needed to exist, I always knew that the job was going to give it to me. Mm-hmm. So I just... it wasn't nothing where I calculated, I've lived a poor life.
Buy your kids a size 4 shoe instead of size 3 because they'll grow into it. My mama used to do that.
Sound like people with kid problems.
It's to make just so they can wear it for longer. It's people
I know.
Problems.
I know what it's for.
It ain't
gonna find your boy on that side of the world.
Some money problem. Saying I'll be there in 10 minutes when I didn't leave the house and I live 30 minutes away. I don't know why black people do that. I'm leaving now. You know you're not leaving. The fuck is you saying that for? Or you ain't dressed or whatever. Like,
I wish I could say I wasn't guilty.
Oh no, yeah, you're guilty of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. Why? Just give an actual amount of time instead of like, no, I'm on the way. I'll be there in 10 minutes. I don't know if I've done that. I'm really like anal about being punctual because of my mom. My mom was the person that we had to do the church play, and they said that practice was gonna be at 6:00. We was there at 5:30 because she didn't want us to be late. We couldn't be late to shit ever. So I'm not as anal about it as she was, but it's ingrained in me that like being late is a problem. So I try not to be.
Damn.
A whole equals something that can't possibly be half. Example, a whole dog ran out the yard and chased me.
Mm-hmm.
He in a whole relationship. Yeah, I don't know. I've said that. I've used whole in that term.
I have too. We are very crafty with words.
Now I ain't never did this because I don't play these kind of fucking games. Calculating the miles you got left after the light comes on. My gas light has never been on in a car that I've been in.
I have.
I don't.
I do that.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. I am too paranoid about being on the side of the road at a bad time. So I would never do that. I've never had a light come on in a car. Even if I just put enough, now, if I only had enough money to put enough gas in that bitch to put it back to a fourth, I'm going to do that. Like, I've never let it get down to where the light has come on. I'm too paranoid about being stuck on the side of the road for that. Like no,
You should try it.
no, no. Why? Why would I ever do that? Why would I ever do that?
I guess if you got a system, you shouldn't try it.
It ain't even about that. Like I said, you know how I am with murder and mayhem. You know how many bitches, like, I'm not finna be 9 o'clock at night needing to try to get somewhere, and because I've been having my fucking gas light on, now my shit done stopped and I'm on the side of the road, some creep ass nigga come up trying to help me. Nah, I'm cool.
Now, if you ever get got by a motherfucker with a full gas tank, I'm gonna bring this shit up. Just to let you know.
I mean, it ain't happened so far. Cause I don't be on the side of the and I pay for roadside assistance in my insurance to where I can have somebody come and tow me no matter where I'm at. Like I have shit in place. I'm not gonna be on the side of the road for long. I'm just not. Not if I can help. If I'm gonna be on the side of the road, like I do everything to avoid that shit. I just got my oil changed and 2 new tires put on my fucking car last week. I just don't play them kind of. I'm not gonna say ain't nobody gonna ever murder me, but it ain't gonna be because I was being a careless bitch. Okay, it's gonna be because you just got me. You just got me. Like you were better than me. That's just what it was. But it ain't gonna be because I was out here being reckless.
Damn, Red, shit. I'm sorry that happened to you. You need anything from me? Damn. I'm gonna help you get through this. Whatever you need from me, just let me know. I got a question. How much gas did you have in your car when this happened? I was just wondering. I just wondering. No reason for real.
I don't think it's gonna be an issue. Hopefully, we'll never have to find out. Anything?
Yeah,
more,
we won't have to find out.
No, I'm just too caught. Anything? I have a jump start battery in my car. I need to charge it, where I can put air in my own tires, and I can jump my car off if it died, and I keep that bitch charging in the back. Like I'm serious about this safety shit. Like niggas ain't shit, man. I'm not trying to get murdered. Anything more than $70 is basically $100. Yeah, pretty much around up.
Anything over $70 is basically $100.
Yeah.
When I add in my head, it just make it easier. But that's what be making motherfuckers' bank accounts overdraw too.
Got about $100 in there. I can, yeah. One lost key equal everybody in the neighborhood has your key and know where you live. Yeah, I get paranoid. Like if I were to lose my key, I don't know who took it. I don't know if it was somebody that like knows me and knows where to come with the key. I don't fucking know. I'll be paranoid. I don't think I've ever lost keys.
I found a key one time. And I was like, that was the first time I thought about the idea of when people be afraid of losing their fucking keys, what they really think finna happen. Found the key. Let's go going down the houses in the neighborhood. See which one fit. It'd just be much easier to just pull a kick though, goddamn. Just kick that bitch in.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the paranoia. I would not be happy if I lost my keys. When I say I just seen them, I saw them 8 months ago. I do that all the time because it really because life just be life, and so sometimes I'll be like, I just saw that nigga, and then when I think about it, I'm like, I ain't seen him since last year. I did not just see him. It feel like it sometimes though. Like the passage of time is weird right now, at least for me.
The passage of time is weird. I mean,
like it goes by faster than what I feel like it used to. Like, so I can feel like I just saw somebody and then realize that shit was like 8 months ago. My breaks start when I get my food. Absolutely.
This fast food restaurant break time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, most people don't have enough time to go to like a nicer restaurant on your break from work. It's usually only like an hour. I mean, that ain't enough time to go sit down somewhere for sure.
Cause I remember working at McDonald's. I remember goddamn when them yeah, when them breaks came, be like, hey, I'm gonna go on break after my food ready. I make my own food too. Make a big old triple quarter pounder with cheese. A burger that does not exist, but you only have access to it if you're making it yourself. Super fresh. Same thing at Red Lobster. Except breaks weren't as common because, you could eat while you was on the clock. At Red Lobster, they let you just eat biscuits all day.
Oh, I would get so sick of that so quick.
Yeah,
It'd be cool
I
at
feel like that's
first.
why they do it.
It'd be cool at
After
first.
two,
And then like,
after 2 weeks, you just like, you fuck about no fucking biscuits. You really eat them out of necessity. Somebody told me they do the same thing at Baskin Robbins. You can eat all the ice cream you want, but after a little while, you just fucking done with it.
Yeah.
Which I understand.
Let me call you right back equals indefinite amount of time.
Oh yeah. Now, not let me call you right back. I don't say that. I say I gotta go. That's all I say. I'll talk to you later. That's the best I'll do. I'll talk to you later. It gives no expectation of when later would be. Later can be in 25 years, as far as I'm concerned. Sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't say right back, but I'll say I'm gonna call you back. And then my brother William get on to me about that shit all the time because he'll be like, "Didn't you tell me you were gonna call me back yesterday?" I said I was gonna call you back. I called you back today. I didn't lie. I didn't say when I was gonna call you back. Baking everything at 350 degrees. Yeah. Because that's what the oven start out at when you just hit it, turn it on.
I mean, that's the base temperature for cooking most shit. I mean, I don't know what you want the motherfucking oven to come on at 500.
But I feel like
We
if it
cook it
came on at 500, people would cook a majority of things at 500. Like whatever, because it's just easy. If you just hit on, and that's what it is.
Not after they fuck it up twice. That's the worst fuck up. 500 degrees? Yeah, you burn your shit on the outside and it's still cold on the inside.
Be that high. I don't know that. There's not many things you need to cook at that temperature. It's a picture of a fork in the sink. All them dishes in the sink. My mom used to do that shit. Like all them. It's a spoon. What are you talking about? It's one spoon. That's your husband when it came in here fucking you. So you want to be mad at somebody, get mad at him. I wash the dishes, okay? But I'm not finna come behind every time somebody use some shit and wash individual dishes. I'm not doing that shit. So you can say all them dishes all you want. I'm not finna be running in behind everybody that uses dishes after I clean them. Like that's no longer my problem. Seeing a child having a good time, they're gonna sleep good tonight. Yeah.
Maybe.
I've said that.
As you see a child. I
say that about Remy. Like if me and him go hiking, I'd be like, yes, he gonna sleep so fucking good. He gonna leave me alone because then they're gonna be tired. I even say it about him. And it'd be true. He'd be out of my house to take him hiking.
I don't even be calculating like that.
Gotta tire him out.
I'd rather not even have them.
Well, yeah, we know. I'm saying if they're around.
Just to be clear.
So theme for this week was best friends. There's one I'm gonna read because I just want to read it because this would never have been me. I feel like it's some white people shit. Maybe not. Maybe some black people would do this, but it wouldn't have been me for different reasons. So
Reddit is 98.6% white people. I'm in the thread, ask a black person. But you gotta verify that you black by the at me.
Verify you. Oh, How do you verify you black through the admin?
You gotta send a picture with the date on it.
Oh shit.
That
Okay.
you send the picture in.
Wow.
Yeah. And then they verify you to be able to respond. Anybody can ask questions, but only black people can respond.
The one that I'm gonna do is, am I the asshole for hiding my relationship with his dad from my best friend? Would nobody ever want to fuck my dad? That's why I said this would never be me. Like nobody has ever in the history of meeting me met my father and been like, "Oh, your dad is fine." Like never.
Okay,
It would
good.
never happen.
I'm glad you specified that.
What?
Because you said nobody would want to fuck my daddy, and I was like, it's been done.
Well, my mom had trauma. Her relationship with him was a trauma response. Nobody with any sense in their head would do this, including her. It was a trauma response. So that would never be my situation ever, because nobody would ever want to do that. And I feel like that's why I said I feel like it's white. I don't know that. I mean, I'm sure it may be some black folks that would like be fucking with people's parents, but like, But let me read the other ones, the other options. Am I the asshole for telling my best friend the guy she fancies will never like her back? Why would you say that?
British shit right there.
Fancies.
Fancy. Yeah, that's some old British shit. They're Brits. The Brits.
They got to be British. Am I the asshole for hiding my... Oh, that's the one I'm going to do. Am I the asshole for stating the obvious about my best friend's new girlfriend? I want to know what the obvious is. Because probably, yes. Oh, all of these were, they chose that they were the asshole. Like, it's some shit you just keep to yourself. Am I the asshole for constantly judging my best friend? Are y'all really friends if you constantly fucking judging her? Am I the asshole for guilt tripping one of my best friends into continuing to help a single mom? I don't know if he's dating her or... This definitely white. These are definitely white people. Am I the asshole for selling one of my best friend's Taylor Swift tickets after an argument?
Of course you are. I don't give a fuck if you would have goddamn threw my leftover food away. Your motherfucking ass would have been wrong. But to give away some shit that I paid good money for, we're gonna consummate the end of our friendship with an ass whooping.
Then the last one, I didn't do a ton of these. Am I the asshole for telling my best friend he's getting the raw end of the deal in his relationship? You have to stay out of people's relationships, man. Like,
I want to do the best friend relationship ones. So, best friend telling that the girlfriend is the obvious, like the one you wanted to do, and the last one you did, he getting the raw end of the deal.
Okay, I'm gonna start with the sleeping with somebody's daddy. Am I the asshole for hiding my relationship with his dad from my best friend? She's 19. I have a best friend named Tom. We are both attending the same school, and we have been friends since we've been 13. He invited me to their house for the holidays last year, and I met his parents, specifically his dad. His dad and I grew closer over time, and he told me a lot about when he was younger and how he fell out with his wife. They are still married, but are not together anymore. She knows about me and is kind of okay with it, but Tom didn't know about in all of this. Me and his dad formed a very strong relationship with each other over 6 months, and we hid it from Tom because of everything. By the way, his dad is 44, and I know that's a huge age gap, and that's really something. So we were intimate once at his house. We thought we were alone, but Tom burst in while we were together, and he totally flipped. Girl. He started screaming and yelling all sorts of insults and pushed his dad to the ground and left to tell his mother about all this. We were both very shocked, but knew this day would come. We had a long conversation about how we would handle all of this and that we both still wanted to be together, so we arranged a meeting with all of us. The meeting went badly, like very badly.
I don't know why the fuck you thought it would go anything other than badly. What the fuck?
We talked about everything, about how we came closer and our similarities, how they were actually only still married because of him being Tom, and that none of this was to hurt him. It came out that his mom was also seeing another person at time, and that Tom had a crush on me since he was 17. In the end, he wants nothing to do with me and his dad anymore, and I understand, but he was my best friend for so long, and I miss him. He talks a lot of stuff about me being a little bitch and more. Well, that's, because you are. I get that he is angry and feeling betrayed, and I know I should have told him about me and his dad, but I can't change my feelings, and that I feel finally happy again after my parents died. Girl, you got so much daddy trauma issues. So am I the asshole? Unequivocally, yes.
Mm-hmm.
For so many reasons.
You suck.
Probably literally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not only penis, but generally speaking. Why you do this man like that? Like, there's limits to some certain shit, right?
There are limits. Yes.
What if your daddy was fine?
My friends could not fuck with my dad. No, that's fucking weird. First of all,
I mean, you say they can't.
No. First of all, especially when I was 19 and he would, let's say he was 44. Hell no. Because first of all, I'm gonna look at my dad like he a goddamn creep now. Because what the fuck are you doing even fucking with a 19-year-old? Let alone my supposed best friend.
Embrace that shit.
Embrace it.
I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo.
Radiohead.
That he in the mirror with that shit. Just embracing it and smiling real weird and creepy.
It's creepy. It's fucking, the dad is creepy in this situation for doing this shit. I don't give a fuck. Because it ain't even got, if him and his wife got an agreement and they can't afford a fucking divorce and they both decided that we just gonna stay married but do our own shit, that's cool. It ain't even about that. It's about the who, not the what. It's the who. Your son's best friend, your son's 19-year-old best friend, that shit is fucking wild, man. And then for her to slip in at the end that she finally found happiness after she lost both of her parents. Bitch, this is a trauma.
So I have a question, and I feel like I know the answer for you, but I wonder. So when it comes to a relationship with a gap that big, and let's say that it's not predatory, let's say that, they met somewhere where they would be maybe at a job where it's an older janitor and a cashier or some shit. And let's say they hit it off and it was a mutual engagement and there's no, inappropriate shit. How do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like those relationships just shouldn't exist, period, regardless?
I think they're very difficult to maintain. Right? Like this, let's do this age gap specifically. 19 and 44. Like, you're in two wildly different spaces of life. And the number of things that you're going to have in common going to be limited as shit, because 44, like that generation of shit that you would enjoy, and 19, like even now, I'm 38, and if I were to think about dating a 19-year-old, there's no fucking way. There's no, what are we, like, no, okay. It's just weird.
Okay, so the caveat of the difficulty between the age group makes it hard. Okay, so let's say that out of all the couples who have such a big age gap, 2% of them manage to make it through that barrier. Let's say you got the young person got an old soul and the old person got a young soul.
I mean, I feel like there's exceptions to every rule. So, like, obviously, it's possible that every now and then it could work out.
So, but in the scenario that it would work out, do you still think it's acceptable, or do you think it's just, for you, it's just unacceptable?
It's just weird. I mean, it ain't for me to decide whether it's acceptable or not. If it's legal, it is what it is. I'm gonna always look at it as weird. Like, again, I think about, it's just weird to me. Like, at this age, I work with a lot of younger people that, like, 16 to 25 is my preferred population in doing therapy.
Mhm.
And I think about, I look at 19-year-olds like they're kids. Like, I ain't never seen a 19-year-old boy and been like, whoo. Like, it just feels, they feel like kids. Like, I don't know how somebody could cross over beyond that and it not feel like you're being a creep. Like, it's just weird.
You know, they having this conversation on TikTok about how men want younger women and how they talking about 18, 19, and 20. And being somebody who work at the school or who have worked around young adults, 17, 18, 19, 20 girls, there is nothing about their fucking energy that I would invite into my life. They are too young. They are too inexperienced. They don't walk like they got no confidence. Now, the 35-year-old counselor that walk out of there with them heels on, who got some life behind her, that's a different situation. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because they walk with such a different level of confidence and poise about themselves, bro. I'd be like, that's the thing. And the other motherfuckers be tripping, boy.
That's what I'm saying. They're so young and they're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the phase of life that they're in, because at 19 I was that way too. So that's where they supposed to be, and I'm where I'm supposed to be, and the two shall never cross. Like, it is what it is. Like, they call them May-December romances. That's the little term for these big ass age gaps. I don't know why May-December. Well, I guess summer and winter is the most different parts of the year you can get, but yeah, they're called May-December romances. It's just weird. I would not recommend it. I think that while it's possible, anything is possible. So, like, obviously it's possible that it could work out. I feel like relationships are already so goddamn hard. I don't know why you would add this big ass age gap to the mix of shit that you gotta get beyond so that you could be in a happy, healthy relationship. Like, it's already fucking hard when we close in age. Now I got another thing where you fucking 20 years younger than me. Like, I don't got time for that.
Yeah, and I'm being real charitable, man, because you meet an old cat these days with a 19-year-old, be like, hey, well, how did you find her? Chain this bitch up in the damn house until she realized the shit was good for her. Yep. Goddamn, I call her my little captive.
Jesus Christ.
Kelly, bro, he thought that shit was okay too. Thought that shit was okay.
Shit is weird. But yes, ma'am, you're a fucking asshole for doing that. You knew it was wrong. Anytime you gotta keep some shit from somebody, it's a problem. It's a fucking problem.
You terrible.
It was an issue. Terrible. Which is why you didn't tell this nigga for 6 months. Because you knew it was a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then you thought you was gonna sit down and say what to him that was gonna make this better for him. That the girl that he likes, who's his age, is fucking his daddy. What possible thing could you have set him down and said that was gonna make a goddamn difference?
Like, not a goddamn thing.
It was nothing. Before I get into the next one, let me tell you something on point. You don't owe me shit. When I say that this onesie that I have on right now is the most comfortable shit I've ever put on my body, I am going to be in this for the entirety of the winter. I mean this. So, like, now when we record every fucking Sunday, be ready to see this checker print. Okay?
Let me tell y'all what Red is talking about.
So comfortable. It's got pockets too, nigga. Good pockets. Deep pockets.
Let me tell y'all something, okay? I support Rihanna. Now, I could support anybody, but why do I support Rihanna? It's because she got fat niggas on her website. Point blank, period. And do you know why black women support Rihanna? Because when all of these other motherfucking Maybelline and L'Oreal and all these motherfuckers wouldn't put out no brown shades, Rihanna came out here and put every goddamn brown you can goddamn think of out. And see, now they got that shit. Yeah. Now they getting all into it, hiring diversity teams and shit to try to get some of that Rihanna money. But as long as Rihanna got fat niggas on the website in their draws, I will be buying underwears and onesies from Rihanna. Now, the way Rihanna website go is it's a $50 a month subscription, and you get a point for that. And you can end up getting about $150 worth of stuff for that 1 point if you wait for it to go on clearance. So you go on clearance at 1 point, you can get like 4 or 5 items. So that's what I be doing. And so I stacked up like 6 points. And so I just, let Red use a point and got her some Rihanna gear. But if you go down Rihanna's her whole website, they got women that are Albanese. They got women that got one arm, one leg. It's just so much representation in there. Mm-hmm. And I had already noticed that before she released her men shit, because I had went there looking for it before the men stuff released. I was like, bro, that's all kind of people on here. But, I thought I was going to go onto Rihanna website on the men's section. It just be some Morris Chestnut looking ass niggas all over the place. No. Rolls on rolls. Light-skinned niggas, dark-skinned niggas. The only kind of nigga they don't got, I'm sorry I'm saying nigga so much, is a hairy one. Now, if Rihanna start looking for a hairy brother, a gorilla-looking ass nigga to come in there, I'm in. I'll do it. I will do it. I'll stand out there in my drawers with my hair. But as long as she doing that, I'm going to be buying Rihanna shit.
Bro, this onesie. Listen, go to the website, y'all. First of all, let me just say, I've been wearing onesies probably for about maybe 3 years now, because them shits is comfortable as fuck. And I know if you haven't wore a onesie since you were a child, you probably confused as fuck about why I'm saying this, but I'm telling you, go buy one. It's the most cozy, comfortable shit ever. And I got a bunch of them. Okay. I'm a onesie connoisseur at this point. And so on point was trying to spend his points. And I realized that Rihanna had onesies. I was like, nigga, pick me up a onesie. So I sent him this one. And the shit came in, and I got it this week. And every day since I tried it on, I've had it on my body. It's comfortable. It's a good thick material, because sometimes they give you that fleece kind of shit, and then if you got thighs and shit, your legs rub together. I done rubbed holes in the inner part of some of my ones. This shit is annoying. This shit is amazing quality. It's a good heavy material. It's 60 something degrees here. I haven't turned my heat on, so the house is a little cold because it's too early. I feel like to keep the heat on. I'm colder than a motherfucker right now in this onesie. It is so cold. And it's got pockets. And I have other onesies with pockets, but they little faux ass pockets that you can't really put nothing in. These are deep pockets. Okay, I could put if I'm going to do a snack run, I could take one of my Izzy's and slide it down in my pocket and juggle my other snacks as I'm headed to the couch. Okay. Or put my phone in here from work. It's amazing. It is the most amazing onesie I've ever put on my body. I am going to get another one. It's so comfortable. It's so comfortable. It's fucking awesome. So thank you, On Point.
Oh, no problem.
It's amazing. Telling you, if y'all have not dabbled in onesies as an adult, you're missing out. It's so comfortable. Oh, so comfortable. I was so excited when I saw the weather was going to get cool again, because you can't really do that shit in the summer. Even with the air conditioner on, it could be a little much. But this time of year, until the spring, if you come to my house unannounced, and sometimes even if you tell me you coming, I'm going to probably be in a onesie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always in. They're fucking comfortable. It's great. Wish I'd known about them earlier. I didn't realize they made adult onesies, but they're fucking amazing. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now that I've segued randomly. Let's see. Stating the obvious about my best friend's new girlfriend. Am I the asshole for stating the obvious about my best friend's new girlfriend? My best friend, Amber, 25-year-old female, had a pretty bad breakup around 2 years ago. She recently went back to the dating world and has been dating Nora, a 27-year-old female, for the past 3 months. She is very excited and extremely happy with their relationship so far. Nora is training to be a surgeon, so she has a tight schedule, and I hadn't met her officially. I finally got to go out to lunch with Amber and Nora yesterday. During lunch, I noticed Nora was good looking, polite, confident, and a little bit too serious. She didn't get any of my jokes, didn't get pop culture references or anything. After our lunch, Amber called to ask for my opinion of her. So, as her best friend, I said what I saw, which is she was polite, good looking, confident, and a bit slow on the social and communicational part of things. She mostly spaced out or let the two of us talk and didn't join the conversations and didn't get many of the jokes or references. I said maybe she has some kind of autism. Girl, you leapt and jumped and leaped all over the place. Jesus. Because she herself mentioned that she has an extreme ability to focus, and when she does, she can't get distracted by anything. Amber told me I was being too hard on her and said I need to keep my diagnosis to myself because I am no expert. I was taken aback by her comment and I said I was just answering her question. This led to an argument and things are still not back to normal. Was I an asshole? Yes, ma'am. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, why you do that?
Why would you do that? First of all, she's training to be a goddamn surgeon. Okay. I think that sometimes people don't understand. If somebody's going to law school, if they are in medical school, if they're in dental school, if they are in any kind of like program where it's life or death for people, essentially, that shit is a lot of time and that you have to put into that. And so she may not be on Twitter and shit, bitch. Okay, and maybe your jokes ain't funny. You ever think about that? You think you're so goddamn funny, but maybe your jokes aren't funny. Her not getting pop culture references, it may mean that she's just been so busy because the bitch is trying to be a surgeon. Okay? You sound crazy.
And it don't even matter. Motherfuckers got the right to be fucking unfunny. And motherfuckers got the right to want a partner that's unfunny. You're not supposed to be measuring your friends' partners by how the fuck you want them to be. I mean, they clearly chose them for a fucking reason. That reason ain't got to be some shit you agree with.
Your camera's giving me vertigo. It's just focusing on your head.
They fell back and hit the wall, and I just didn't get up to fucking... Let me change it.
It keeps focusing and unfocusing. I wouldn't have cared if it wasn't focusing and unfocusing, but that shit was getting to be
my bad,
tiresome on the eyes.
Motherfuckers can be, that's not how you measure your fucking friends, the people in their life, right? And me and the fellas done joked about the people that you done talked about. I mean, you done talked to, because them niggas be saying weird shit, having weird, ideals sometimes.
Yes.
Niggas be homeless. I know it sounds bad to say.
He was homeless.
Sound bad to say.
He was homeless.
I know. I mean, I just saying. If you just say that without context, it sounds real bad. It sounds like you found a nigga that had a box on the over.
Okay, he was an over-the-road truck driver that did not have a home because he was on the road all the time. He was not a homeless man that I met in 5 Points.
We didn't measure them by their personality, nor would we, nor would I. I wouldn't measure them by their personality. Because niggas is weird and women got it hard out here trying to find a motherfucker that's goddamn a motherfucker that got some personality, a motherfucker that got as little trauma as he can, a motherfucker who ain't like trying to scam a woman by, getting in her drawers quick and then, like women got it hard out here. Men got it hard, but for different reasons. The men got it hard by self-inflicted wounds. Men got it hard because of their high expectations. Nigga expect nothing, then you get something worth having. Niggas be wanting a young ass girl who ain't got no sexual partners, who don't ever nag or bring up nothing wrong you do, bro. Niggas want to be kept in a perpetual state of fucking fantasy. Not every dude, but these dudes I'm talking about. Anyway, that's an aside. Yeah, leave your goddamn friend to who the fuck she like. You might have even fucked up your friendship.
Over nothing. Oh, just
Fucked up.
completely unnecessary shit, bro.
Literally, the
Shut the
first
fuck up.
time you met this motherfucker, you had all this shit to say. She probably be thinking how the fuck you assess motherfuckers.
Because she didn't laugh at my jokes is like wild. So,
Yeah.
bitch, I laugh just so that you don't feel bad. But now that it's out on the table, you're not funny. You're not
No.
funny. You've never been funny.
And just let me give some insight to the people, okay? Even if you do feel a certain type of way about their relationship, you gotta give that shit time to stew. You gotta find some real shit. You could be like, bro, I do not like the gaps between they fucking teeth. And so I'm going to participate in the downfall of this relationship. But you can't say the gaps between their teeth is fucked up. But what you can do is when they do something that's slightly fucked up and you don't open yourself up for them to talk to you about it, now you can take that fuck their teeth energy and talk about why they should leave them alone. That, like, come on, bro. It's a best practice and a best way to do even the worst shit. Okay? Now, because you can't do the bad shit in a good way, cut all that shit out. Leave that motherfucker girl alone. Let her have her whole fucking relationship and go find some other friends to hopefully not be a bitch to. You goddamn tripping.
Very much so.
Laughing at your jokes. I bet my bank account that motherfucker ain't funny.
Yeah. Probably not.
I'm conversation funny. And that means that I would never call myself funny. I only can get laughs off the cuff in just a slight conversation. But I ain't telling no jokes. I ain't writing no jokes. Yesterday we was in the office and Kristen handed me a sticky note. This is my office mate.
Oh.
Red was there too. She handed me a sticky note. And I tried to put it on my pants and it came up right away. I said, Kristen, where you get these cheap ass fucking sticky notes from? You get these shits from Family Dollar? And she said, actually, yeah. I was like, these fucking not. But that gets a laugh. That kind of thing will get a laugh. You know what I'm saying? But it's a contextual laugh. I can get contextual laughs. But that's it. But I won't call myself funny. I'm a serious nigga. I'm actually motherfucking more Buzz Killington than I am get a laugh. Because in the same conversation.
Why would you tell that lady her dog can't see?
In the same conversation, Bree, my other office mate, said, Eddie told me the other day that dogs can't see color. They can't see green. And I thought that my dog was having such a grand experience with Christmas and the green and red. Why would you tell me that? It's like, listen, man, I'm just me. I don't know what the fuck to tell y'all. I do not know
her whole experience with her dog.
Listen, I mean, I am not willing to participate in keeping people in a perpetual state of fantasy, void of reality, just so they can feel how they want to feel. You believing your dog see green is not the reality.
But she was happy believing that. She didn't need to know the truth.
I didn't know, man. I just feel like you shouldn't have a creature and you don't know what they actually about, goddamn. Like, I'm not saying don't have a creature. I'm saying have a creature and know what the hell going on with them. Know that your dog only got 2 cones in their eyes. And they can't see nothing but gray and goddamn almost other colors. Like, that's what it is.
Terrible. I don't think I would be call myself funny. I think I can conversationally make little quips.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't sitting around telling no goddamn jokes. Like, I would not call myself funny.
Mm-hmm.
At all. And I don't think anybody would describe me as funny. Like, I said some shit when we were all in the office that, like, people laughed at, but it was in the context of the conversation.
Your humor is irony. Like, you point out the, like, the odd, you know, the ironic, the contrast. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you do with your observations, right? And I do that with my observations too. You know, but what I'll do is, like, I'm people watching and I'll be like, look at goddamn new age Carl Winslow looking ass nigga over there. Might be a security guard. Like, I do shit like that. And that ain't necessarily meant to be funny for real. It's really meant to be nostalgia. Kind of like rappers be making them well, rappers our age be making references that we know about, like when Lil Wayne make a fucking Boy Meets Girl reference or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But so I would not call myself funny. So for you to call yourself funny, what the fuck that mean? Are you a comedian? You know what I'm saying? Are you a comedian? And then how many comedians do you hear say shit like, well, I'm fucking hilarious?
Yeah.
Like, don't really do that. Like, some of them do. Don't get me wrong. Because a part of comedy, which some comedians have said, is kind of like rap, where it's like you got to say you the best. Like Fabulous, he been saying he the best for a long time. I don't know what he doing.
It's not.
Did he get his tooth fixed?
No, I think he refused it. He said he wasn't going to do it, I think. I don't think he's ever going to do it.
Let's see. Fabulous T. Fabolous.
Fabolous. What song was that?
Say about 12 of them. Oh, no. His teeth fixed.
He fixed it. He had said at one point he wasn't going to fix it.
He said, no matter how chipped my tooth is.
Yep.
This is what you do when you get money, man. You fix shit that make you a regular ass human.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess he thought he still gave him some street cred because he had a chipped tooth. I'm not really sure. I don't even know how the tooth got chipped, to be fair. I don't know what the story was behind that.
Ain't no telling, man. Ain't no telling. One of his kids probably roasted him up. Daddy, where you rest your tooth at? Everybody tooth ain't like that.
Boy, they don't give a fuck. They don't know to give a fuck. That's what it is. They don't understand yet social etiquette and the fact that it's some shit you shouldn't say. So they just say whatever the fuck come to their head.
Do you know what? When I hear that, do you know what I think of?
What?
I think of freedom. That is freedom. I don't give a fuck how you try to paint that shit up. That is freedom to me. We are fucking trapped and chained by social expectations in this motherfucker. For a kid to be able to just look at a lady and say, hey, mama, she fat. That's fucking freedom, goddamn. Mama, where his hair at? Fucking freedom. I'll take it. I'll even take a kid roasting me.
They would.
I wish if a kid ever roast me in public, I'm gonna just give him a high five. That freedom, bro. You free. I can't talk the shit you can. You gotta pass. Talk all this shit before you turn 7. Because after you turn about 5, 6, 7, it's a wrap. So.
And it's the innocence that get me. It's like so it's true. Like, this is not them trying to be funny. This is not them trying. Like, they just telling you what they fucking see. And that's what hurts.
Or what they heard.
Or what they heard.
My mama said your daddy fucked the mailman. My daddy ain't gay. Well, he might not be gay, but he fucked the mailman according to my mama. Like that kind of shit. Like that's why you can't be saying shit around kids.
No, because they're gonna repeat this shit, and you can't even be because again they not there yet. They don't understand that they're not supposed to do this, so they just gonna go in and like, hey, did you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's bananas. Kids is wild. Kids are wild. If they telling you some shit, that's true. You know that they don't have an ulterior motive for saying this shit. If they calling you fat, it's because you fat. That's just what it is. That's what they see.
Like, here goes some bad advice. If you're a parent with a young child and you got a drama-filled life, you might as well feed your child lies. You know, let the rest of the world just like after about 4 lies, they gonna not believe nothing the kids say. You just gonna be like, oh, you got an overactive imagination. Overactive imagination.
Don't gaslight your children.
Gaslight is too strong of a word.
What would you call this then? Manipulate?
Yeah, low tier manipulation.
Is it low tier? You gonna basically have everybody thinking your kid is a fucking overactive ass imagination having little liar.
I mean, the real answer is don't have fucking drama in your stupid ass life. That's the answer.
Yeah.
Like, live a peaceful life. Don't be having all kind of drama. Don't be poking up tires and shit. Just chill the fuck out. You know, that's the answer to the question for me. You know, but if you got drama going on, the lowest tier trauma probably gonna be lying to your kids so that you can keep them from telling your truths around the neighborhood. Y'all know he be lying. You don't even gotta be. I don't know. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I'm here for the kids. This is a joke. That's a joke.
Last one. Am I the asshole for telling my best friend he's getting the raw end of the deal in his relationship? I think that the moral of the story for today is going to be mind your fucking business when it comes to your friend's relationship. You be there for them, but like you don't involve yourself. Don't involve yourself. Unless your friend getting their ass whooped, different story. But like just some shit that you don't like about their significant other, just sit on it. Sit on it. Sit on it. Don't go ruining your friendship because you feel like you just gotta let somebody know some shit that it don't even matter. Like, bitch, just sit and hush. And wait for the ultimate demise of said relationship. Okay. My best friend Jamie, 32-year-old male, and me, 32-year-old female, have been friends since university. He has always been the romantic sort and falls in love easily. He was in a long-term relationship with another girl from our friend group called Lily, also 32, but they broke up and she married someone else 2 years ago. Now Jamie is dating this girl, Alina, who is very young and very different. She's 28 but acts 18 sometimes. Think wearing crop tops, listening to Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, etc. They have become very close, very quick, and they have already moved in together. She's 28, he 32. You said she very young. She acts young, but the age difference is 28 and 32 is fine. She is new to our city and was apparently bleeding money through rent, so Jamie very chivalrously offered to take her in. They are now living together. It's been a few weeks. Our other friends find this kind of cute since Jamie is so in love. I, however, have some misgivings. I know what it seems like, but hear me out. There is something wrong about her. She doesn't contribute much to the household, doesn't have a high-paying job. He cooks and cleans for her. She does it too, but Jamie also picks up the slack. She stays in his house and doesn't pay rent. I find all of these things to be red flags. He is moving very fast and is totally smitten by her. Jamie will do whatever she asks. Alina recently asked him not to be vegan as she doesn't believe in it, and he agreed. He would seriously consider joining me in a plant-based diet at the least. The real shocker happened when I went to see Jamie and talk to him about this. I told him about all the misgivings I feel about his and Alina's relationship and listed out all the things that make me uncomfortable. To my surprise, this very calm, very rational individual suddenly got ice cold with me. Jamie told me he doesn't want to hear anything about Alina, and unfortunately, she was eavesdropping, don't know for sure, but she heard everything. Her eyes got all big and she started crying like a baby. This made Jamie's anger worse, and he told me to leave. The last 48 hours, I've been walking like in a dream. Like, what the fuck just happened? A few of our mutual friends called me and asked me if I was out of my freaking mind and told me I should have minded my own business. I'm baffled. Everyone is on her side. Like, she's a huge red flag, and Jamie and her relationship is so toxic. I was just trying to protect my friend. Am I the asshole for trying to tell my best friend his girlfriend was problematic as fuck? I had his best interest at heart, girl.
Listen, if you had a magic mirror and you was like, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the biggest hater of them all? Your motherfucking face is gonna show the fuck up on that bitch. I promise you. Because this is some hating ass shit. And you know how you can tell a hater, especially on Reddit? It's through the language they use. Crying like a baby. Oh, you hating ass motherfucker. That's some hating ass shit. Like, you're trying to paint that person in such a negative light for the sake of this letter. And I get it because you're trying to not be the asshole. But like, your language is some hating ass language. And unfortunately, hating has no cure. It's a sickness that can only be managed by shutting the fuck up. Because you're going to hate inside even if you quiet. That's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Everybody else was right. You should have minded your fucking business, left this man and his girlfriend alone, and now don't get in between motherfuckers' relationship.
Absolutely.
That's a tough one.
Absolutely not.
That's a tough one.
It just sounds like she like jealous because like, okay, she asked him to not be vegan and you mad because he had agreed that he was gonna start a plant-based diet with you and he changed his mind to go do what she wanted him to do. Like, okay, it's his girlfriend. He paying the bill, she not contributing. It's his fucking girlfriend. It'd be different if he had a problem with the financial arrangements, but it sounds like he's okay with it. Okay. Now, if he had been trying to get her to pay for things and she was like, I ain't paying for shit, I'm just gonna live here, and it was a problem for him, then okay, maybe. Right. But he ain't saying shit. Like, you just looking on the outside inside this relationship and just hating on everything that's going on. Because all the things that you feel like a red flag, like, bitch, that's the way that their relationship is. And saying that their relationship is toxic, girl, in what ways is this toxic? Because she not doing what you think she should be doing with him, that he's not making her do more. Like, shut your hating ass up. You done ruined your friendship for what? And then you gonna blame her. It's her fault. No, it's your fault. Because you should have shut the fuck up. When you saw that all the other friends was like, oh, they so cute together, and you was in the minority on this, bitch, you should have just sat on it. Shut the fuck up. Why would you do this? Why would you do this?
Did it to yourself. Now you want some damn empathy. You really can't. Like, it perplexes me how motherfuckers really don't understand how they be the hater. Like, how do you not know you the hater?
Because it's so obvious.
Like, how do you fucking not know? I don't be understanding, man. You the hater in this situation.
I'm gonna read this.
You know, they don't deserve a hater like you in their life. They're hiding behind the facade of being a fucking friend.
Yeah.
So go find you some new friends to hate. Just find a hate club. You want some player haters ball shit. That's what that is.
I was just gonna say hate.
I hate you, and I hate you. I don't even know you when I hate your guts. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you. Now, as I sip from the drink that I'm sure somebody has spit in, like, that's you on that kind of time. And nobody got time for this shit.
I'm gonna read this very first comment because it's spot on. Like, they just tore down everything she said. They say, you the asshole. They broke down everything she said, who is very young. She is 4 years younger than you. You could have gone to high school together. What? When she said she's 28 but acts 18 sometimes. What even is this comment? She has a style. Am I missing something? This just seems rude and judgy. There is something wrong about her. She doesn't contribute much to the household, doesn't have a high-paying job. He cooks, cleans, blah, blah, that part. Sounds like a relationship to me. The comment about high-paying job reeks of classism. To my surprise, this very calm, very rational individual suddenly got ice cold with me. Wait, she was there? You went to their shared home and tried to convince him to kick her out, dump her, and shit talked her while she was at home? Also, a rational person defends their partner. Yes, obviously you're the asshole. You had no one's best interest at heart. Her own. But I said, she sounds like just fucking mad. Like,
she ain't got no interest. She just got hate.
Did somebody say, I think there is a red flag. Is you?
Yeah, she a red flag like a motherfucker.
So, they said he does not want to date you. And that might be really what's chapping her ass.
Of course.
Like, that really might be what it is. Because, like, he was in a long-term relationship and got out. Maybe she thought that was going to be her moment. And here come this little young bitch. Ruining shit before she could shoot her shot, I guess. Like, this is so unnecessary. You know, I don't know what. Again, this is one of those situations where I'm like, I don't know what response you thought you was gonna get. Like, did you think you was gonna go and shit talk his girlfriend, and he was gonna be like, you know what? You're right. Let me break up with this bitch expeditiously. I'm gonna like, what response did you think you were gonna get? I'm confused. Doesn't make any sense. Haters hating for no reason. So yes, ma'am, you're the asshole, and now you done made shit weird, and it's gonna be probably weird forever. And now everybody else in the friend group finna side eye you because they already told you that they thought the shit was cute, and here you come, and you done made her cry. So what?
It's a wrap.
You the villain. This was your villain origin story.
You're the bad guy.
Pretty much.
And I don't feel bad for you.
Nah. Nope. Should have shut the fuck up. Most of these Reddit posts can be solved by shutting the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. It's free. It is free. Costs nothing to shut the fuck up. But that's it. That is my Reddits for the week.
All right. So I'm going to educate y'all a little bit. I done talked about this before on the podcast long ago because it always comes up when there's a conversation about anti-Semitism. But as we all know, Israel done declared war on Palestine. And the problem is America is Israel's biggest ally. The other problem is anytime somebody has ever said free Palestine, Israel marks it as anti-Semitism and the U.S. denounces whatever the person said, whoever the person that said free Palestine is. That's how much of a chokehold Israel got on America. Now, that is different than the Israeli people because the Israeli government is an entity that is different than the people, and Hamas is an entity different than the Palestinian people because they always paint Palestine over as Hamas when Hamas is the result of Israeli violence, Israeli government violence. So did you know that Israel did not exist until 1948?
1948.
1948. Israel didn't exist before that.
No, I did not know that.
So this is the history. Palestine and Palestinians, they've always lived where they live, the whole area. When the Jewish people in Europe started to get expelled from Europe, something that coincided with that was that they believed that they had the right to the land of Jesus, which is Jerusalem, which is Palestine in that area. It's been named different things across time, but now it's Palestine, right? That area that they live in. So Palestinians are living here, and Israeli people just started migrating to this place, internally saying that this is our birthright. We're supposed to have this place and live here. We can keep going down the line, but through a series of wars, Israel took so much of Palestine, and at some point they took so much of it and took some British territory to the point that the British had to come in and say, okay, y'all don't fuck with our shit now. We finna have to come up with a treaty or a truce or something. The truce was Israel, y'all took over all of this place, but the Palestinians originated here, so y'all got to let the Palestinians live somewhere. Okay, well, we're going to let them live on the East Bank and the Gaza Strip. They can have their own governments there. They can live there in peace. That's what we're going to do. They wrote that on paper, but Israel never stopped occupying Gaza and the West Bank. So essentially, Palestinians have been living in essentially what the Jim Crow South was in Israel right now, over there where they at, because they never left the Gaza Bank. They never left the East Bank or the Gaza Strip. They never removed their government. They never implanted a Palestinian government. And all of this led to Hamas taking over the Palestinian government. And this all led to Hamas being this violent. And what the news is going to keep saying is that the reason that this is happening is because Palestinians, Hamas attacked Israel, but Israel been killing fucking Palestinian journalists for the longest. The most recent half American, half a Palestinian journalist they killed that worked for Al Jazeera. Not only did they shoot her in the head, the Palestinian or the Israeli police, but they went and had a riot at her funeral. This the shit that's been going on. So nobody don't want to talk about this. And if I say this shit out loud somewhere where motherfuckers really listening, they gonna call me anti-Semitic because that's what they do. But the reality is this shit is retaliation for treatment that the Israeli government has been doing against the Palestinian people. So when you hear Angela Davis saying free Palestine, when you hear Mark Lamont Hill saying free Palestine, when you hear anybody who's saying free Palestine say free Palestine, it's because of that. And the reality is this kind of war has culminated up to this point. The problem is what's about to happen is Israel is going to play on the fact that the United States is an ally. And this is going to create a really, really, really big problem because several things is going on, right? So Palestine is Muslim, Israel is Jewish. Now we can say that America gonna fuck with the Jewish people because they the white people and not gonna fuck with the Muslim people because they the brown people. And I don't think it'll be too far off, but let's just go by allyship in this situation. So one, Russia and Iran have a deal. They in cahoots. So how does the Russia and Ukraine war play into this? The reason is because during the Russia and Ukraine war, Iran pledged to Russia that if they had any conflicts, they would come to their aid. That's a problem for the United States. Another group that would come to the aid of, a group that would come to the aid of Palestine would be Turkey. Now, why would Turkey come to the aid of Palestine? It's because Turkey don't fuck with the U.S. Turkey don't fuck with the U.S. because not only does Turkey not fuck with the Kurds, who the reason they don't fuck with the Kurds is because the Kurds, they got their land, they got misplaced back in the day. They had land, they got misplaced. The land that they used to have is where Turkey is now. And so they've been trying to get some of the land back from Turkey. So Turkey regards the Kurds as terrorists, essentially. So because of that, the United States is the only thing that is keeping the Kurds from being annihilated by Turkey. Like they literally, like Netanyahu, is that Turkey's leader or Israel leader? I think I'm getting my names mixed up. The leader of Turkey is not Netanyahu. Netanyahu is Israel's leader. The leader of Turkey, he has all but said, we finna annihilate them. We're gonna genocide them hoes if we get a chance. But the only reason they can't is because the U.S. is protecting them. Not only are they protecting them, but they training them too to protect themselves because they don't have land. And not only that, but they were instrumental in helping us capture Osama bin Laden and some of the other shit that was going on over there in the Middle East. The Kurds got us. And this goes back, anybody who remember, to that conversation where Trump was on the phone and Turkey asked, why are we protecting the Kurds? And Trump said, why are we protecting the Kurds? It turned into a whole big old situation. But this really, y'all, have the makings of being a conflict that America do not need to be fucking with. This is the making of a fucked up situation that we do not need to be participating in. But important things you need to know is that the articles and the headlines are going to say how Hamas and the Palestinians started this war, started this attack, and Israel is just responding. But Israel has just been waiting for a good opportunity on the world stage to make the Palestinians look so unfavorable through Hamas that they've been waiting for this. They just waiting for an opportunity to get rid of them. I mean, and I don't know if this is going to get rid of them, but it would justify why they would be treating the Palestinians the way that they always been treating them, even though on paper they're not supposed to be. And even though as soon as white people get the brown people out of their face, they don't even try to follow up to make sure people doing right and doing what they're supposed to do. You know, but for anybody that's listening, I just wanted to give like just a little insight to that piece. Clearly, it's a lot that goes into it. It got historical foundation. It got, you know, allyship in there, which sometimes there's agreements. NATO is involved because Turkey want to get the fuck out of NATO because they don't really fuck with these folks in NATO, which is why they would help Palestine. I mean, it's so many pieces to this shit. But I'm continuing to inform myself about it, so I encourage you to inform yourself about it, especially if it's finna be a conflict we get in. Because at this point, I mean, it's easy to say no, we ain't finna help y'all Russia and Ukraine because nobody's in NATO and it ain't no big deal. But like with Israel, like the United States can't just straight up say no. And I'm not inclined to believe they would say no because every time somebody come out advocating for Palestine, they goddamn fucking tuck their tail between their legs and say, I'm not anti-America. I don't know anyone that's saying advocate for Palestine. Because they using the violence that Hamas utilizes for that. Again, they do utilize violence. So Hamas ain't great. They a terrorist organization. They use some underhanded tactics to get to where they're going to get. But Hamas exists because Israeli violence exists. And I mean, I don't know what you do with that, but that's just what the fuck it is. Okay? But yeah, that's all I got on that. You got anything else on your mind?
I do not.
All right. Well, until we come to the next conversation,
We out.
holla.